Welcome back, everyone. It's Abdallah here, bringing you guys the best shiny hunting tutorial in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. By the end of this video, you guys will know exactly what you need to do and everything you need to know about catching shiny Pokemon in the game. I'm so excited to have you guys on board for the video. Thank you so much for watching. We are doing a giveaway of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu bundle, so go ahead and check that out. Link in the description below. Okay, so you're here for shiny Pokemon, right? Shiny Pokemon are very awesome. You will see a Pokemon that has a slightly different coloration. You can see their different entries in your Pokedex, and of course, they're very valuable when it comes to trading with your friends. So, that being said, let's go over some things that you need to know about starting your shiny hunt. Alright, the very first thing that you want to do is, of course, choose your target. Choosing your target is going to be a pretty interesting one. Who's your favorite Pokemon? Do you want a shiny hunt for that Pokemon or what? Now, it really depends on which Pokemon you choose based on how common that Pokemon is. A Pokemon like Bulbasaur, for example, in Viridian Forest, you can find wild ones, but finding them is going to take a long time. And the method that I'm going to show you today is going to be the shiny chaining method, where you're going to catch a whole bunch of the same Pokemon in order. This video is not going to be telling you guys, oh, go over to Pokemon GO and transfer your shiny Pokemon that you got from Community Day into Pokemon Let's Go, provided it's Generation 1. No, that's pressing the easy button. No, forget that. This is going to be just standalone Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee shiny hunting. So, like I was saying earlier, if you wanted to choose Bulbasaur as your target, it's actually really hard to do so, because although it says Habitat Unknown, I know from firsthand, from catching one, that you can find him in Viridian Forest. But his spawn rate is so rare. Another way of doing it a little bit easier is going through and choosing a Pokemon like Caterpie. If you see Caterpie on board, he's very cute. He's got a nice little yellow form. By the end of this video, I'll actually show you guys some footage of catching a shiny Caterpie. Now, the reason why I like Caterpie is, of course, I like him better than Weedle any day, and Butterfree is better than Beedrill in my opinion. Yeah, anyway. But no, he's really common. He's really common inside of the Viridian Forest. So you can go through, you can capture a Caterpie. 2 steps later, there's another Caterpie, and another one, and another one. And the more you chain Pokemon together, the faster and better your odds of catching a shiny type of that specific Pokemon. It's going to be awesome. That's exactly what you have to do. All right, so another instance of common Pokemon, you know, Spearow, Rattata, Pidgey. Now, Pikachu is relatively uncommon inside the Viridian Forest. You can absolutely camp inside there all day if you want to, and just look out for Pikachu, and then go from there. You may be finding a shiny one after a couple of hours. Other than that, if you, case in point, try to find a rare Pokemon, like for example, I found a Chansey in the grass above Vermilion City, and that was super rare for me. It took like 10 Great Balls in order to catch, and that was just one Chansey that was super rare spawned. If I wanted to catch a shiny Chansey, that's going to take me a lot of time in order to do so. Let me see if it actually shows habitat. It doesn't, but it's north of Vermilion City, so yeah, it was like right over here. Yeah, exactly in Route 6, that's exactly where I found Chansey. Oh, it's crazy. So, you have to pick and choose what kind of Pokemon you want to hunt for, right? Common Pokemon is going to be an easier and more successful shiny hunt. The rarer Pokemon with the rare spawns are going to be a little bit longer, but way more satisfying. Alright, so other than that, if you guys take a look at legendary Pokemon and partner Pokemon, you know, partner Pokemon are shiny locked. You won't be able to get those. But legendary Pokemon, that may take you some longer time. So, anyway, now that you guys have chosen your target, what you need to do is be prepared, right? So being prepared to catch a shiny Pokemon, one, you need a lot of patience, okay? Because shiny Pokemon hunting is not for the faint of heart. You definitely want, maybe bring some water. Bring some water on board. I know I've got a water bottle next to me over here because I talk a lot and you got to stay hydrated. And then, of course, within the game, you want to be able to head on over to a Pokemon Mart. And you guys can see in the Pokemart that you have access to all the different Pokeballs. Pokeball, Great Ball, depending on how many gym badges you have. Right now, I've only got 3, Brock, Misty, and Lieutenant Surge, so I have a limited selection. But if you have those 3, you'll have access to whatever you need in order to catch the Pokemon that you've previously encountered. Pokeball, Great Balls. You can also see over here that they do sell lures. So lures are 400 Poké a pop, which is very easy to do so. So grab as many lures as you can, and of course, grab as many of the Great Balls as you can. Whenever you're buying Pokeballs, make sure you buy them in groups of 10. If you buy them in groups of 10, you'll be awarded with a Premier Ball. That's my personal favorite Pokeball. It has the same capture rate as a regular Pokeball, but it looks way cooler. You can see the Premier Balls on the guy's top shelf over there. It's that white ball with the red ring. Super cool. Anyway, so yeah, purchase as many Pokeballs, as many Great Balls, as many lures as you possibly can. Now, of course, if you have beaten the game, beaten the Elite Four, collected every single Pokemon inside the Pokedex. Now I'm talking every single one of them. Now, collecting every single one of these guys, having a 100% Pokedex on board, simply through trading, evolving, just leveling up, you will be awarded with the Shiny Charm. And the Shiny Charm, historically throughout all Pokemon main series events, will help you get shiny Pokemon a lot easier. I won't go into numbers or anything like that, or odds, or capture rates, or anything like that, simply because it's, you know what? You see it. If it's 1 in 4,096, okay, great. What does that help you achieve? Nothing. It doesn't matter what the shiny rates are. It's all about doing the work and lowering your odds as much as possible. So, anyway, now that we've talked about that, let's talk about shiny chaining. So this is the main method that we're going to be using, capturing the same Pokemon over and over again. For example, I'm going to show you guys right over here in Rock Tunnel that you can capture a whole bunch of different Pokemon, and you can pick and choose which one you want to shiny chain. Now, with these, it's going to be really interesting to try to choose whatever Pokemon that you want, because you have to nimbly dodge out of the way of all the other Pokemon that are floating around. You can use Repel, but that's really counterintuitive to shiny hunting, so you definitely don't want to do that. But you guys can see over here that if you kind of stand still, more Pokemon will come out, such as this Graveler over here. If you want to shiny hunt Graveler, go for it. I would totally say shiny hunt Geodude so that you can shiny evolve him into Graveler and then shiny evolve him into Golem so that you have all of that. You don't have to miss out on the Pokedex entry. But if you're looking at soft resetting the area, I would definitely say find an exit, or a different area that kind of loads up the map, so that you can obviously get another chance at finding some of these Pokemon. So you'll notice over here that I've got 92 Great Balls. You can absolutely try your best, get a lot of practice with it, and just start capturing all these different Pokemon. So yeah, getting Graveler is really hard. So you can see that if you choose a Pokemon that is really tough to get, be it their natural capture rate or the type of Pokeball that you have in your inventory, it's going to take you a lot longer. So that's why I say aim for the more common Pokemon if you want to, and then you can go from there. So now that we got this Graveler, I want to give you guys a little bit of insight as to what it looks like when you catch more of them. So let's see what we can do. Right over here, I'm going to hope that we get a Graveler spawn. If we don't get a Graveler spawn in like another minute, there we go. So now that we've seen 2 Graveler, we're going to do our best to attempt to catch this bad boy. And if we catch 2 of them, then we're going to get our shiny chain. Oh, dude, that's a liner, man. That was right in between. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're going to get the shiny chain of 2. So let me get this guy. Come on, dude. All right, you can see that it is. Dude, that was like so perfectly timed. Take it, game. Take it. All right. So you can see over here that, you know, it's especially if you're looking for a shiny Abra that like moves around on the screen and you have to really watch out. Raspberries you're running out of. So just be very mindful of who you choose. Dude, Graveler, let's go, man. This is a tutorial video. I gotta show off this Caterpie later. Graveler, I want to show you one thing. Thank you. Man. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So with Graveler, we were able to get him. He gives a lot of experience points. So while you're shiny hunting, make sure that you have Pokemon in your team that actually needs the experience points. If you're trying to level up Pokemon to evolve them, like Machop over here, Charmeleon Wartortle, then absolutely keep them on your team. Having Persian on your team is a waste of experience because Persian doesn't evolve. So Machop wants to learn Submission. Yeah, sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. Get rid of Bye. That's the worst move. Anyway. So make sure you guys have a team of Pokemon that actually need the experience points, because otherwise you're just wasting it. Every time you capture Pokemon, it's going to give you experience. So you want that. All right, so now, this is the important screen here. It says catch combo 2, keep it up. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, as you are catching Pokemon, your catch combo is going to keep on reminding you on screen. It's going to say keep it up. So you want to do that. Now, you may be wondering, hey, Abdallah, if I run into a Cubone over here, will my catch combo be ruined? No, it won't. Your capture combo will not be ruined unless you throw a Pokeball and capture this Cubone. So I'm simply going to run away from him, and we're going to be perfectly fine. If we go find another Graveler, we can easily capture him, and we'll be at a catch combo of 3. Okay, so now that you guys know everything about shiny hunting, choosing your targets, knowing their spawn locations, being prepared, getting Pokeballs, lures, shiny charms, and of course learning how to actually shiny chain, let's give you guys a little bit of footage of what capturing a shiny Pokemon actually looks like. So we're going to click over here to full screen. This is my footage of capturing a shiny Caterpie. You guys can see over here that Caterpie is pretty common in Viridian Forest. I'm speeding this up super fast so that you guys can see exactly what it takes to do this. So now that we're doing that, we're at like an 80 rate, an 80 shiny capture rate. So right over here, once we're at 82, check this out. So I'm gonna pause it really quick and we're gonna reload this one. So this is pretty interesting. Watch, I'm gonna slow it down. All right, so really slowly, you can see right over here that when you have a shiny Pokemon on screen, you will see sparkles. You'll see some sort of sparkles around the different Pokemon. That signifies it's a shiny. Okay, so if it's a very subtle coloration, like a Pikachu, for example, if it's a Pikachu with a subtle shiny coloration, it'll be very hard to tell the difference. So luckily, there are some on-screen triggers that show you that you have a shiny Pokemon that you could potentially catch. So I'm just going to do this frame by frame. You can see how shiny it is, and at the same time, you will see that it does have its coloration of the shiny version. You can see right over here, if you're looking on screen, this is the slightly golden version of the Caterpie on board with these sparkles over here. Now, like I told you guys earlier, this was an 82. So this took like about a good hour to an hour and a half of catching a shiny Pokemon. And you can see over here that as soon as it comes up, it gives that awesome sparkly shine as soon as you see him on screen, just like it normally does in Pokemon games. So make sure that if you are catching a common Pokemon, you choose whatever Pokeball you like them in. I like Premier Balls. I could have totally threw them in a Premier Ball. If you like them in Great Balls, Ultra Balls, whatever balls you like, throw them in there because that's your one chance at doing it. So now that you capture this was like the personal 82 chain. Okay, so that took a long time in order to get it. But you guys can see right over here on screen that is your shiny. Marked with a very cool pink star in your Pokedex, you have your shiny Caterpie. Now, the choice is yours whether or not you want to evolve him. So I would say keep your shiny unevolved. I would say don't even worry about it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because if you evolve it, then it's going to be like, all right, you can't help your friends get a shiny Caterpie because you evolved it into a Butterfree. So I would say keep it as a shiny Caterpie and then go from there. Unless you're planning on not trading with anyone, then evolve it to your heart's content. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned a lot about this method of shiny hunting. Of course, there's so many different ways of doing it. Transferring from Pokemon Go, you can get some shinies. Randomly stumbling upon them, absolutely. Of course, I wasn't going to cover that, but lots happening. So thanks for watching. If you guys like more tips and tricks tutorial videos, definitely watch our playlist over here. We got loads of them. And of course, recommendations right over here. If you guys want to see the full time lapse of catching the very first Caterpie to the 82nd shiny Caterpie, you can absolutely click right over here on screen. And of course, our newest video there, watch our 100% Let's Play of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. It's gonna be a fun time. So, who are we catching? I think we're catching someone in the background. It doesn't matter. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications to be updated on the latest and greatest Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee content. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care.